What is up, you beautiful people? And we just went sideways. Welcome back to another Direct Strike Weekly Brawl tier list. I don't know. We're just playing some Abathur today, as per usual. We got some Hallowed equality. Oh god. Okay. Well, that'll be interesting. And we have Raidboss. Okay. Well, that's that. So basically, Hallowed is you get a bunch of buffs on your staging area. Equality means units no longer have attributes. So roaches are normally biological and armored. That's gone now. Should be interesting. And we have Raidboss, which is just like a big Thor. You can drop down on your side of the field and just like blow everything up. I don't know. We're also against Farland here, who I think is playing Alarak. Oh, no, that's a bait, boys. That's not an Alarak. See, that's a skin, I think, because Alarak's cannon, if you look at the UI, looks different. Like this little green thing here, you can tell. So the good thing about Abathur is that Abathur's queens actually do not suck this week, because Abathur's queens, I think, can heal any target. So that is a good thing. Now, a bad thing is this one Widow Mine here, or Mag Mine here. But that's okay, whatever. So let's just put that down here. I guess I have some stuff for a Toxic Nest. Am I going to put down a Swarm Queen, though? The answer is probably a no. I'm just going to have these guys here. And I think I'm just going to do probably Ravagers again. I don't know. Against raid bosses, I will need some sort of damage output. Ravagers are already typeless. AoE is very good. Hey, it's a bunch of immortals. Too bad my roaches are no longer armored, but also too bad I don't have extra armor plating on my roaches there. That would have helped out a bit. I mean, immortals do baby damage to things that are not armored, so like this roach here should be able to survive for quite a bit of time, but the objective is not to survive. The objective is to completely obliterate them. Farland here is he playing Artanis? He is playing Artanis. So this week Artanis is going to be pretty good because you can pick up everybody with your phoenixes. So the only problem is you are limited by cooldown reduction. I am going to look for doing some Artanis enjoyment this week. I think Artanis will be maybe not ridiculously good, but I think Artanis will be decently good. Like, Artanis will be really good against someone who just doesn't have a cheap unit that they can buy large amounts of, or maybe they don't have a unit that is like that is strong enough to deal with all those units. What is it like strong enough to fight off the phoenixes? Like, I think a wraith could be able to fight off Phoenix. I don't know. Let's see. We're here. Oh, okay. Those ones missed. That's okay. Wait, he didn't buff up his zealots here. Well, that's not great. So you see here, Ravagers just do large amounts of damage regardless, so they don't really care. I should probably get Tunneling Claws, because that will help my roaches like come back. Oh, those Phoenixes landed right on top of those Ravager blasts. Oh, baby. I'm not even microing them right now. But you can see here, yeah, Farland only has one cannon down, but he's looking like he's pretending to be Alarak with the skin here. So Direct Strike, is it pay to win, boys? I don't know, boys. It's looking like it is. Nah, I'm just kidding, boys. Anyways, and I did mention on what is it? On Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? That, like, at least on my channel on Wednesday, that I was going on a date and would like to update you guys on how it went. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit therapeutic to talk about it. So I'll be honest with you guys. I'll be honest with you, boys. That was my first date ever, and you know, all things considered, it went pretty well. I learned a lot, I would say, and I would say it was like a 70-30, but I want to see it as 100% of a good thing, you know, because like there were some things that you would never have figured out or learned unless, of course, you went on that date. You know, does it make sense, right? And so, you know what, I learned a bit, and yeah, boys, I think, well, I have a better understanding of like where I should be looking. Anyways, hold on, let's talk a little about the Phoenix damage here. It's looking okay. See, I think LM, like these like rocket boys here, can really just slaughter the Phoenixes. So that's one of the weaknesses of the Phoenixes. You just get completely mashed down by like rocket boys or like some sort of cheap anti-air unit. Like a cheap anti-air unit will do you in, I think. But yeah, I think, like, honestly, it was pretty good, all things considered. I was not nervous at all. Like, I mean, I don't know. It did take a long time to work on this kind of confidence. But although I would say there were some things I could have been better at, you know. And, well, you know what? Those are things that, if I thought about it a little bit more, well, it should have been pretty obvious. But, I don't know. I didn't do as great of a job there. I don't know. I said I was going to cross this bridge of of like, oh, who's gonna pay and stuff. But then I totally, I just didn't in the moment when we were gonna cross that bridge. I didn't cross that bridge. I just went right past. I just went on the side road, passed around the bridge, and so that was one of the things. But I don't think that was like I don't know. I think it was important enough because it was like one of the things that was mentioned when I asked for some feedback. Because like I don't know, she was pretty pog. Like I was like, hey, can I get some feedback on this stuff? And then she was like, okay, cool. Here's some pointers and stuff. I don't know, because I don't know. I'm a data informational gathering kind of dude. So I'm just like I wanna know, right? Like what can I do better for next time, right? I feel like if you don't do that, then I don't know. Then you're just like lengthening the process, like the learning process, right? Because then now you're just like guessing around in the blind and stuff. So let's see. Karax should be probably buying like Mirages. I don't know. Because I'm just like going to town on him right now. Anyways, but I will need to buy Mutalisk to respond to any Mirages he does buy, and I can totally beat them. There we go. Is Karax gonna use his AoE here? And I should probably get some Queens actually to put behind the Ravagers, because I probably could get the Queens to heal up the Ravagers. Abathur Queens just heal anything. So do Rainer Medics. So don't worry too much about like, oh, I bought some Queens. Are they gonna work? Because they are. The Ravagers here are gonna work beautifully this week. If you're playing Abathur, definitely have some of these bad boys here. I want a rematch after this. Lol. Okay, there we go. Oh man, that's true. But yeah, Abathur I think is honestly not too bad this week. I don't know if I would say Abathur is like elite this week, but I definitely think Abathur is good. I feel like most weeks Abathur is actually not too bad of a choice here. Are the Queens healing? Yeah, they're healing. I'm not mending or anything. So, I mean, they're definitely healing, boys. Okay, Karax dropping those big blasts on his deaths. There we go. But yeah, like the Queens here should be quite helpful. But yeah, I think green on the enemy team was like, Karax is being bad. Please save us. Or something like that. I'm gonna increase my armor upgrades here so that I am strong against the Phoenixes. But yeah, like all things considered, I think the date went pretty well. Like 70% of things I would say went well. Maybe that's like an overestimation. I don't know, boys. Right? I'm giving myself a bit of a benefit of the doubt. But like, you know, things could have gone a lot worse. All things considered, because it was like straight up my first date. Like, because my date asked me like at the end, she was like, hey, like I don't know, like just curious, like what's your like, you know when you go into like your history of like, oh, you know, like you know who you dated, etc., and all that stuff, and then you know, and I was just like, yeah, like you know what, if we're crossing this bridge, well, might as well be truthful about it, right? So let's just put down some raid bosses here while we're at it, and then like this is a GG being thrown out here. But yeah, Abathur's actually really good with the healing the raid bosses. But yeah, so I was pretty honest with her. I was just like, yeah, you know what, honestly, this is my first date, and all things considered, you know, I don't know, we're working with it. She was like, oh, really? Like, I don't know, because like she was like, yeah, I didn't seem like it was her first date, but definitely was like your first few, probably. And I was like, okay, we take those, I suppose. But yeah, and honestly, talking to you guys about it does make me feel a little bit better. And you know, I don't know, that's the beauty of the things here. But you know, we'll continue this conversation in game 2 because this game was pretty fast. Let's have a look at like the damage output. I don't know, boys. Is Ravager enjoyment too boring for you guys? Because I know Ravager enjoyment is definitely pretty strong. I don't know about like giga strong. Our Han and Horner just slaughtered with that 19k damage. Damn, he just went and bought a bunch of rates and was like, let's go. Okay, let's go on to the next round. All right, boys, we're back. So we're actually just straight up facing off against Farland. You know, I moved Farland onto the opposite side of the team, and so we'll see how this goes. Let's put down one more roach here. I don't know if Farland's doing Artanis again, because if Farland's doing Artanis again, then things might be a little bad for us. Might be. I don't know. We can always slap down some Mutalisk in this area and give them some extra life. We'll have to see, but I think Artanis Phoenixes still lose to Mutalisk, so let's have a look. But we're just gonna send out 3 roaches here. You know, the 3 boys, 3 musketeers. Let's see, and Farland this time being sneaky, not putting anything down, but that's definitely an Alarak photon cannon. You can see Alarak's photon cannon looks different from this one, you know? There we go. But yeah, boys. What was I gonna say about the date? That was it, I think. I don't know. It just sort of feels cathartic. I just want to make sure I don't go down a path where it's like super negative and then like, you know, downward spiral and stuff. Because I've been there before, like 5 years ago and all that stuff. That was not a vibe. I would not like to be there anymore. But you know, it's hard to get past learned patterns. You know, there's a banshee here, boys. There's a banshee right here, boys. Unfortunately, oh, can't scan. Okay. Oh yeah, Dahaka can eat buildings now. I forgot. These buildings do not have types anymore. They're just things. Dahaka can eat them, and when he eats them, like they're just on the ground somewhere. Okay, I'm just gonna tunnel and go. Oh, Farland's playing some of this. Okay, we got some Rabosaurs here. All right. What do I do for this? I mean, Ravagers only have the range. They don't do bonus against armored anymore. But neither do Marauders, so that kind of feels bad. A quick decision here. I think it's back to Ravagers, boys. I don't know, boys. Ravagers just seems like the most logical, or like the most like stable unit to buy in large numbers. Especially because there's cooldown reduction aura in the center, right? Like, it's just free, boys. The Haka here is going for some Mutalisk. I'm gonna drop a scan for him. Oh, okay. Well, he's got some worms too, but there we go. There we go. I'm gonna get the potent bile damage, and then yeah. So once the Haka eats a building, it ends up where it died. So he will pull your defenses away from you, basically. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, but it's very important to me that I don't like go down like downward spiral paths, because you know what? I know historically that's what's happened, and that's not been a good position. It's not been a good place to be, which is why I'm like, we're not going there anymore, boys. But it's still hard because it's a learned pattern, right? Your brain is pretty good at like sticking with things it knows already, and sometimes the things it knows already is not good for it. So. You know, that's the problem, right? Like, change that matters takes so damn long. And sometimes it's like, bruh, you just want like the change to happen already so you don't have to deal with it anymore. But that's not how change works. Change is like change that really matters. Every day, small steps. Like, so long as you're getting better by a little bit every day, that's good enough, right? And some days you'll feel like you're going backwards. And you know what? Bam. That's fine too. Well, I don't know. It's not like fine in the sense that going backwards is fine, but like it's fine in the sense that as long as you're still trying to go forward, you know, that's the thought that counts. Ravasaurs here, they can, oh well, they're cutting through here pretty fast. Also, those Banshees surviving was not great for my wave. I think Alarak's wave is generally quite unaffected here. Like, Slayers still do double damage when they blink. Yes, they don't do the damage against armored, but honestly, the double damage is still pretty potent. But they can't get through the Marauders if they're being healed by the medics, actually. Well, they can, but the medics are definitely helping out quite significantly here. But yeah, oh my god, how is my friend still awake? I was supposed to chat with this man's. Oh, I guess it is 2 AM though. He is in the Van City time, boys. He is in the Van City time. I don't know, like I think like this like gave me a lot of energy. Like I am like awake right now at 5 AM, and I'm like, bro, it's time to grind, boys. Because I think that's like one of the truths I think I've come to realize today. You know, the grind do be important to an extent, you know, and I gotta get on that. I don't know, because I feel like one of the things that's like I don't have. Like, my relationship with money is not as great as I would like it to be right now. Like, it's not I don't, like, but that's the thing. It's like, what, it's one of those, I feel like it's one of those difficult things too, right? It's like, you're like, you know, like, you want to see money as a tool, not as a thing that, like, dictates your life. But sometimes it's much easier to allow money to dictate your life because it seems like what you're doing is sensible. You know, it's like if I'm budgeting or something like that. Then it seems like, you know, you're being sensible with your money. But at the same time, like, in a way, the money does dictate your life. And hey, it's a battle cruiser. Well, does that mean that we're going to see a Hyperion? Hyperion can't be eaten because it is still heroic, so there's still that going for it. But, yeah. But yeah, it's like it's very easy for that to happen, and then like you just I don't know, like that's one thing I was like, okay, well I'm aware of that now. I don't know. I think also one major thing is I'm not too great at like what is it? Like caring for people in like the little ways, right? And that's like very important. I don't know, boys. It's learning curve. More things to learn. And if anything, that is a good thing. It means that there's more meaningful stuff to do, you know? Like the work is never done. Anyone who tells you the work is done probably just hasn't been looking far enough into themselves, I think. Or reflecting themselves upon others in the sense that like, you know, you're like you interact with other people and then like, you know, they're like, hey bro, that's not cool, or you know. And this is like probably like one of the hardest things I'll ever do, so I don't know. Oh, that worm just got nommed. There we go, boys. But yeah, like working on this shit consciously and like it's so fucking tough because it's like some days you really feel like you're going nowhere. Some days you feel like you're going backwards. Like, you know, and that's just the truth of the situation, boys. Now, how are the Ravagers doing? Pretty well, I would say. Are they getting past the Impalers? I mean, Impalers do DOT. I don't know. I think Farland's Dahaka jumping in deep into the line though is causing some difficulties. But I think once I get a few more biomass Impalers, that shouldn't matter. It shouldn't really matter. I don't know. Maybe I should have some more Roaches, because the Roaches actually make excellent tanks this week due to their fact that they are no longer armored, and they still have that Giga armor status. And hey, there it is. That's the Hyperion, boys. Now the question is, can we beat the Hyperion? The Haka did go full Mutalisk commitment, so maybe the Haka can beat the Hyperion, but I'm just gonna go tech up and get some Vipers just in case, because it's looking like these Mutalisks are gonna be struggling a little bit, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. Boom, boom. We got that cascading barrage here. There we go. Oh, the Mutalisks, did they actually beat the Hyperion? Wow, okay. Well, how about them apples, boys? How about them apples? I should probably buy an Overseer. Jesus. Maybe 1 or 2 Overseers. I don't know. There we go. Because I feel like those Impalers are causing some trouble. I can't get past them. Maybe I should get some Vipers. I don't know if I should get some Guardians. That's the thing. But I know I should definitely start taking part in the air battle at some point. If anything, just to take care of these guys, you know? If anything, just to take care of these guys. I mean, these guys do bonus damage to air units, but these guys are no longer classified as air units. So, really, the Haka's Mutalisks are literally just stronger versions of the basic Mutalisk, I think. And it's not stronger by much. It only does like a little bit more damage. So yeah, I'm surprised they were able to take it down that fast. There we go. Is my Overseer still chilling? My Overseer's still chilling. There we go. I mean, my allies are scanning for me, but I think we're good now. I think with Farland's Dahaka not coming forward, that was pretty instrumental. But Impalers still be hitting hard like trucks. Like, what the hell? Man, those guys gotta chill. Like, jeez. Okay. Okay, I don't know if a few Vipers would change things up. But yeah. Let's add a Viper here. Let's add a Viper there. Whew. Okay. And let's get back on that. Let's get back on that self-improvement grind, boys. And step 1 is increasing the amount of dollars we make, boys. I don't know about step 1, but like that's like one of the steps that I need to get on it, you know? Like, I feel like I do not make enough dollars yet. But then again, right, it's also like a mindset of like, okay, like, yes, you don't have enough dollars in your own mind, but like, when is dollars enough? You know, there's also that one. I mean, obviously, the more dollars you have, the more comfortable you feel being like, hey, you know what? I can spare some dollars, right? So that's why it's like, you know, increasing your oh my god, Viper just pulled the Hyperion. I don't know how I feel about that. But increasing your baseline amount of dollars is important, and I should probably micro my Ravagers. I don't know. That's one of the reasons like my Ravagers are not performing as well, is because they're mostly hitting like nothing with their blasts. Yeah, boys. Rainer Vikings this week are gonna like do baby damage because they only do bonus damage against armored. Now since most things are no longer armored, that is bad. I need something more durable at the front, so maybe I just need more roaches. I'm not sure. Do I need more roaches? Because like the Ravagers, like these guys do 40 damage, right? So it's like it do be kind of. Oh, okay, of course. You know what I need to do? I need to make sure the Viper does not grab things, because the Viper can literally grab anything today. Like, because everything has no type, the Viper is just like, I'm gonna grab that, I'm gonna grab this, I'm gonna grab that. But it's probably better that that doesn't happen. Let me mend here, because I cannot save up my mends anymore, so there's no point in saving them up. I'm gonna maximize my weapons here. At least Hyperion goes down here. And I actually have enough biomass, so I should probably biomass another Ravager here. Let's go for that. But yeah. I don't know, I feel energized. It's like this is basically like real life Hades, you know, like every roguelike game, you know, you die, you come back, and you're like again, you know. It's just that in real life sometimes you get down bad, and then you're like, I don't want to go again. And that's the thing, right? It's like if you don't have someone to tell you like, hey, you know what? It's cool, boys. Let's just go again. You know, nothing wrong with that. But yeah, okay. Now that I have some more roaches to catch these igniters, it feels a little bit better. It definitely feels a lot better, because I think my units were just stuck on the igniters, like especially my Ravagers. And once those like igniters just, I guess, got caught on my roaches, and things turned out pretty well. Yeah, okay. All I needed was a few more roaches. And like, I don't know, everything that makes roaches weak is gone, and everything that makes roaches strong is still there, aka their like armor upgrades and everything. Wow, that I just put down like a few more roaches, and the difference is like you could taste it. Hyperion Yamatoing that one Ravager. Poor Ravager, boys. Well, let's just add some more roaches here then. Since that one roach worked out so well. I could biomass this bad boy, but yeah. I think if you think of life as like a roguelike game, or like a roguelite, or whatever, probably more like a roguelite, because you like save upgrades and stuff, right? You don't actually die. I don't know. I feel like it might be better. Like just like more enthusiasm with like you know, yeah, you took an L, okay, but we can do the run once again. You know, every run is different, and there ain't no need to be too sad about it, because you know what? Maybe some runs had some good stuff going for it. But this run will have some new things going for it that the past runs never had. You know? I don't know. It's just so important to see the positive. Because it's like your brain is wired to be like, where are the negative things? Oh yes, give me the negative thoughts. And then and then that's it, boys. You're done. You're just stuck in the negative thought brothel. And you'll never get out. Well, not never get out, but it'll be like, it'll convince you to stay. Okay, so in terms of staying in the air, I think I might need to increase some of my air presence here, because both my allies are buying air units right now to try and keep enemy Hyperion in check. I am winning the ground battle I think right now pretty hard. It seems like I'm winning pretty hard. Like, I just need to use my momentum here to at least body Alarak's wave in a meaningful way. Currently, that is not happening. I don't know. I mean, I took a chunk out of it. It's just like I can't get to the Wrathwalkers. Maybe I could get some Devourers for that. I don't know. Devourers drop AoE, right? Our Rainer is eventually going to drop off, I think, because enemy Rainer just has more HP in units, while we don't have that. So I'm going to go for some Devourers, and I think I need to buy multiple applications of Devourers before we start feeling it, Mr. Krabs. So, there we go. Let's go there. But yeah, I don't know. I think also like these relationship things, it's also very helpful if you've had some like positive male role models in your life. Which I don't know if it's obvious or not. I have had many, so it's tough, right? Like you're just like this dude out here wilding, with zero instructions or tutorial on some things that are specific to your character playthrough, and nobody's gonna tell you. So you just go and you're like leveling up the same skill over and over again, and then you're like, why doesn't this skill work? But I don't want to try the other skills because I have no idea what it does, or something like that. And then you're just out here wilding. I don't know, boys, but at some point you just gotta figure that stuff out yourself or be stuck forever on the same damn level, right? And that part is super fucking hard, boys, because I'm still working on that level, I think. I don't know. I can't really say I'm past it. If I can say I'm past it comfortably, then I've probably been past it for some time. You know, it's one of those things. But yeah. There we go, boys. Let's just drop some explodey boys down here. But yeah, and speaking of, like, I guess working on that, like, I am running a second Creepy Stories channel if you guys would like to listen to something in the back. I don't know. Would love you guys' feedback. You know, feedback is everything, boys. Like, you know, if you never get feedback, you never know how to do better. So if you guys are a fan of the Creepy Stories, if you guys have watched to this point in the episode, I don't know, you guys are the real ones. But yeah, definitely go check it out. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are not a fan of Creepy Stories, understandable. Have a nice day. But yeah, I don't know, boys. I'm just trying to set up more systems that'll give me some more dollars. I don't know. It's not really passive, but it's like in a manner that's like enjoyable. And it's like a slow but sure thing, you know. Like, I don't know, will Direct Strike ever disappear? You know, maybe like 5 years from now, Blizzard is like, we're shutting down or something like that. I don't know. Actually, it's probably highly unlikely considering World of Warcraft has been around for so long. I don't know. I feel like Starcraft will probably still be chilling. Okay, so Hyperion is uncomfortable now because it is still here. It's not dead. Which means, okay, no, I got rid of it, but okay, I need to punch harder. I don't know if I need to punch harder or if my allies need to punch harder or if I genuinely need to punch harder. Let's see. I just feel like the Vikings this week are just, I don't know. They do 4 less damage times 2, so they do 8 less damage per volley. That's really not that bad. But I feel like I just gotta have a bigger air presence, I feel. Devourers are not really that strong against these units, though. Let's see. If there's one thing, though, that's hilarious this week, is that Manx Sky Theories are just useless. This is hilarious. They are straight up just useless here. I think with raid bosses, I feel much more comfortable just saving them than, like, using them for anything. Okay, okay. Ravagers. Come on. Okay. I almost took on this wave. Kind of. Yeah, boys. It's a little problematic here, boys. A little problematic. We got 7 armor in the Hyperion. Hyperion's, like, constantly healing here. Okay, okay. What do I need to take on this wave? Do I need more... Do I need more Devours? No, I already said Devours are not the answer, but also I need to, like, try and, like, crowd control things a bit more. So maybe I can put down some more Vipers. Like putting on a Viper over here. I'm not too sure about that, boys. There we go. Okay. Yeah, boys. There we go. I'm gonna drop a little baby mend here. Ravager's just gonna drop their blasts. Okay. Okay. Well, I think a few more Devours would have probably helped, actually. Because the Ravagers like to walk right past everything that flies. Because, you know, Ravagers, while they can hit flying units, it's not their main role to do so. We do have our own Hyperion, though, so that could change things up a bit. Hyperion does add +2 damage to everything, so maybe that'll hold it down. Vanguards are everywhere, Jesus. But yeah, boys, there we go. I'm gonna put this down over here. Let's level up some more Ravagers here. My Queens are really just here for the healing. I don't think they even deal much damage to air units at this point, right? Ah, no, they deal 13 damage. That's like not bad. Against Hyperion, that's like 6 damage they hit it for. 6 damage is 6 damage, boys. There we go. But yeah. Alright. Man, okay. There we go. Everything feels a bit lighter now that I've talked about it. You know, it's like it's important to to share. You know, you can't keep everything inside. Because like that's not how people function on the most part. Like you have to be like built different for that to work out. Okay, these creepers, and I can't get into Farland's siege line here. That's a little problematic because he's stacking. So either I stack or like I do something else. I don't know. So maybe it's Guardian time. I think maybe it's Guardian time. Where would I put Guardians though? Weapon speed, probably here. Because I don't know. Every time I bought Guardians though, I have always like regretted them. Like you need so many of them to feel good. 2 Guardians, you're not gonna feel it. You need like 40 of them to feel it. And that's the problem. You need 40 of them to feel it. And I probably should have just bought more battle cruiser slaying units. I don't know. Devourers are not too bad because they got that CC. Although everybody here is really glomming up in the center. I'm gonna just drop a mend here. Like I'm fighting off like Farland's siege line and these battle cruisers, and oh my god, these battle cruisers are actually Rainer battle cruisers are low-key really strong this week because they don't take bonus damage from anti-armor fire, so they're just tearing it down right now. My Mutalisk might be able to do something actually, because they are cheap and their attacks do bounce. They don't do bonus, well I mean they do double damage to armor, but these things are not armored. But Mutalisk are still Mutalisk, and the bounce is still vicious, so let's consider that. My Mutas will be vulnerable to Rainer Vikings, and I currently do not have enough of them. But I just want Vicious Glaive. It hits up to 6 targets. That could be very good. There are quite a lot of targets for me to hit. And preferably having more Vipers, more whatevers. Could help out with that. There we go. But I don't need Sundering Glaive because there's no armored units to sunder. I don't know, but Rainer's Viking Splash does kind of counter the Mutalisk. That's the only thing, right? That's like one of the things. Oh man, and most of my wave there just got shredded afterwards. Not good. At least I think I'm just trying to leave as little scraps for my allies to clean up, if that's possible. I don't know, boys. Oh Jesus. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I just maybe some more Mutalisk, a few more of these bad boys. Let's get some more Mutalisk, boys. Let's get some more Mutalisk, boys. Oh my! Oh, okay. It's raid boss time, boys. It's raid boss time. Raid boss time. We gotta drop the raid bosses, boys. Drop the raid boss. Holy raid boss, boys. Oh my god. They just went for it. Let's go. Damn. Are we winning? No, I think we're losing. Uh-oh. Rip frames, boys. I mean, it looks like we're winning on the ground here, but I can't be sure. Come on. I don't think raid bosses are edible. I don't know if they're edible. Actually, they might be edible by Dahaka. We'll see. I have not seen Dahaka eat one yet, but yeah. Are these ours or are these theirs? These are ours. I'm like barely hanging on here. I think they dropped all of theirs too, so there's that. Okay, so come on, let's get some more of these bad boys out here. I'm gonna drop another one of these here. There we go. Bam, bam. But yeah. All right, let's see. That's a big clump, boys. That's a big clump. Let's just mend here. Mutalisk, do your bounce attack. Come on, bounce on those Vikings. Oh geez. Oh, we got some enemy Mutalisk. All my Ravagers are they're just here and they died. They took out the Hyperion though, so that's okay. I suppose that's okay. Holy damage. But they all just, but now Farland's ground units are just having free reign over here. They're just like going about doing their thing. I need to scan right there for my ally, otherwise he's gonna walk right past those sieged up units here, and that's bad. Alar's got a butt ton of Wrathwalkers. Let's just keep spamming Mutalisk here. I think once I fill up this corner, I'm just gonna stop and then like go fill up the other corner over here. Because that's the thing with Mutalisk, like if you bunch them too much in a corner, then it's like diminishing returns. So yeah, because Rainer Vikings will smash you. I think I should probably get some Leviathans. Oh, but that's so pricey. But yeah, we'll stop the buy them though. I think if we want to really get into this brawl, we really want to lean into this battle here. Let's get the strike weaponry here. But yeah. I think also another thing that I needed to do better on the day was just like ask better questions, like more like value-based questions. So I think it's more so like it's also like a need to inspect my own values, I guess. Or like ways to like be creative to ask for values, right? It's like sort of like really dull if you're just like, so like what are your values? You know, like it's like, huh? That's not a job interview, boys. But yeah, it's like I think I definitely have the capacity to do that, which is like why it's like one of the things I didn't really mention, because I'm not worried about that. I think one thing I just found more worrying is just like my relationship with money, as in like I should have paid. We sort of, yeah, that was really Papega. That was a Papega moment for me. But yeah, I mean, you know what? It's okay. Now we know for the future to not be that. Well, all right, there we go. Let's just slap down some more Mutalisk here. They seem to be working. So let's just get another side of Mutalisk. I did say I want a Leviathan. Okay, actually, no, let's stop. Let's buy Leviathan first. We do need that Leviathan money. Leviathans don't come cheap. 850. And they will eventually be better or more useful. Hey, that's a Tyrannosaur. And it's gone. R.I.P. Tyrannosaur, boys. R.I.P. Tyrannosaur. I think Mutalisk actually counter the Creeper Host pretty nicely too. Because like, if the Creeper Hosts have the air damage, they hit the Mutalisk individually. And then you can just laugh and watch as they hit the Mutalisk individually here. Let's see. Our wave here is getting mashed a little bit, but it's looking like it's coming together, boys. Okay, Yamato's coming in. Our Rainer has some battle cruisers of his own now, so we've stabilized. This is one of those good games because it's like this good back and forth, and it's like I think all players are able to read like what's happening. Okay, I'm just gonna upgrade into Leviathan here. Let's go. I'm just gonna go upgrade a Leviathan from here, and then I'm gonna go for. I mean, this Leviathan will probably get eaten. That's okay. I just want something in front. I don't know. I'll probably have to buy a second one, but I just want something in front to soak all of that battle cruiser aggro and stuff. Oh, do I have something to soak splash? I do not have something to soak splash. Mutalisks are going down pretty fast, and okay, that's about it, boys. That's all my air units, boys. Actually, no, the Queens took down a few battle cruisers. Actually, I gotta give the Queens more credit, boys. They took down a few battle cruisers there. But yeah, I think honestly, Direct Strike kind of does mirror how change takes place in life. Kind of. Maybe it's a stretch, but yeah, it's like it's pretty slow. If you're at this point in the game, like things take place pretty slowly, and it's like the units you put down don't have an immediate effect. Like it's not super obvious, I think. And sometimes, you know, you just gotta know that you're headed in the right direction, and you just gotta have faith and stick with it. Like, especially, okay, I think the one unit that I don't have as much faith in is Reavers. Like, Reavers are like, press X to doubt until you have like 7 of them, and then suddenly something happens, and then like a switch flips, and they're like, hello boys, did someone call for splash damage? And then they're here, you know? I mended too early on that one. That was bad. I should have mended when the Mutalisk got closer. That would probably have been much more useful, because the Mutalisk are the ones that are like really just getting bodied here. Man, my Leviathan just went down like nothing. 1000 HP just cut through. Jesus. Okay, that was bad. My entire wave just got smashed. There's a lot of battle cruisers here, and I don't think we can hold it back. I'm gonna call down my Raidboss here. Also, the Raidbosses, you get one every 4 minutes if I recall correctly. So yeah, boys, It's looking like things are pretty dire here. This Alarak wave is thick, boys. And I just realized it's basically a mirror match. It's basically a mirror match. Let's put down some more Ravagers. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, gimme, gimme, gimme. Okay, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna get any more. But yeah, I think with double flank Mutalisk might be helpful if our stack here can survive. Okay, Vikings are just going right for it here, boys, and my Ravagers are just going. I mean, the Ravager blasts are melting here, but the Ravagers just ran right forward. That's the only problem. I can't stop him from running forward too. So like they shoot off one initial blast. They destroy most of the units here, but not all of them. Man, I hear so many Yamatos going off right now. And there's so much battlecruiser action here. Oh man, there's a mothership. I mean, motherships don't have any damage drop off, so they're gonna tear through these battlecruisers. They still do 300 damage. I feel like this might be the end. That mothership is the end, boys. Is that ours? Oh my god, why would you drop it so close? That's just asking for it to die. But yeah. What do I need more of? I don't know. Another Leviathan? Probably not. But am I gonna do it anyways? Here we go. You boys are probably like, oh my god, stop. There we go. I'm just gonna move this over here and then move this over here so I can like place it a bit better. There we go. There we go. And there we go, boys. Double Leviathan. Hopefully that'll get some soakage. Get some soakage here. Hyperion going down. Holy frame rates, boys. Huge amounts of AoE. Tyrannosaurs. Tyrannosaurs are just giant pools of HP that shred your opponent's front line. I just realized that, and that's crazy. Hey, second Leviathan did seem to, well, survive. Mutalisks just are nowhere to be seen anymore because, well, they died. You know, that is how Mutalisks be. I probably should have gassed like ages ago, but I'm gonna gas right now. You know what? Fourth gas, just why not? At this point, I should have gassed fourth gas at like 20 minutes, and then it would have paid off by now. But yeah, okay, so we're pushing back now. Battlecruisers coming in. Battlecruiser battle fleet, boys. Slowly punching their way through. Get some more Ravagers. I'm gonna get another Mutalisk. I need to get one more Mutalisk here, boys. One more Mutalisk here, boys. There we go. Get some more Mutalisk. I think that's about all the Mutalisks I'm gonna get. Definitely gonna want some, maybe some more Vipers. I'm not sure. Do I want more Vipers? Vipers right now just don't seem to do much damage. I don't know. I'm gonna get the rapid regeneration because like maybe that'll be helpful at some point in time. Who knows? Maybe that'll be helpful. Okay. Drop a little baby mend here. Drop another mend here so we can heal our Mutalisk up. And hopefully do giga splash damage on Alarak's wave and like just smash through it. Please let me smash through it. Come on, Ravagers. This is what I bought you guys for. This is the moment of truth. Okay, we took down that mothership. Okay, Rainer's wave is coming in. This is it, boys. Yamato cannons. Ah, we got it, boys. Ooh! That was a good victory, boys. Man, this video is gonna be so long, but that's okay, boys, because you know what? This gas did not pay off. It's okay. We got it anyways. There we go, boys. At the end of the day, I'm not sure which units really pulled through. I feel like all the units came together, but definitely Ravagers were central. I may be underestimating the role the Queens played. I do not know. Maybe I should have had more. Definitely feel like the Mutalisks were helpful here. But yeah, boys. I think if I didn't join the air battle, things would not have ended this way. Oh, I did the most. What? Okay, I did the most damage. Oh, Farland's on the enemy team here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But the Haka tank the most. But yeah, I mean, with those Mutalisks, the Haka Mutalisks are quite tanky. Farland actually, I think, did the no Rainer did the most damage. Okay, on his team by a lot. Yeah, our Rainer killed a lot though, and then okay. So I was like in the middle. All right. Well, there's still a tier list, so let's go Alright, we're back. Let's get into it. Game plan, we're going to talk about the ores, overall strategy, and commander rankings. If you guys have made it this far and you're not yet sub, be sure to drop a sub. And let's go. So brawl modifiers, as we have seen in the game, we have Hallowed. So we have staging area grants a variety of buffs, equality. Units have no type. Units and the buildings you put down have no type, actually. So be careful of that. And we also have a Raidboss. You can call down an Infested Thor every 4 minutes, and you can just hang on to a bunch of stacks of them. If you guys saw in the last game, we were at one point able to drop down like a lot of them. We just had a huge battle there. So yeah, what I think this week is you probably want some crowd control units, and you definitely want units that do a lot of damage and or have a lot of AoE and or have both at the same time. I feel like having any units that are heroic, like having too many heroic units, is bad. I'm looking at Tychus right now. So let's just get into it. So, all right. So my perceptions of what's good and bad might be a little skewed by the game that we just saw, but I think Raynor is pretty strong this week. Those battle cruisers looked really powerful, though maybe it's because there was no Alarak on our team. Because if we had an Alarak, I'm pretty sure those battle cruisers would be mincemeat. That being said, though, I'm not sure who else can deal with battle cruisers effectively, because they have a high armor count. You put them in the health regen aura. That's basically it, right? Manx's Sky Furies don't do any bonus damage to them anymore. So yeah, maybe like Han and Horner can keep them in check. I don't know. Maybe the Tempest from Artanis can hold them down, but like I'm not quite too sure who else can hold them down. Right, Stukov, I have doubts on that, especially because Stukov's anti-air is only good against small boys or like tiny clumping units. So I feel like Raynor battlecruisers are actually hidden OP this week. Raynor bio is still not too bad because medics can still, well, heal your units. They can heal anything, so that's very good. And healing this week is going to be even stronger because units don't have bonus damage. Now, Vorazun being an S tier is a bit of a meme because Vorazun relies on a lot of her damage bonuses to do damage, at least when she flies. Like, you don't want to buy Void Rays this week because they probably do no damage. And Corsairs also do no damage. So why is she S tier? I think there could be a big meme with Dark Archons. You just buy them, steal everything, and then go from there. I don't know. This is a big meme. I don't know if it's gonna be very good. Probably not, but we'll see. I think your A tier commanders are the ones that are probably going to be a lot more consistent. Dahaka is going to be, I think, pretty strong based on the fact that he does not take bonus damage from anybody anymore. And most of his units, like his frontline units that would have been vulnerable to anti-armor damage, are no longer vulnerable. And they have a big health pool to get through. Like, they have a lot of health, like 600 something health on the Ultralisk, 500 to 350 health on the Igniters. And the Haka Siege units, I don't think are affected too much by the like loss of bonuses. Like, I think his Creeper Host still do a lot of damage, and so does his Impalers, right? And Impalers, most of the damage comes from that dot from the Tenderize, so it's pretty strong. So I think the Haka is definitely up there this week. Alarak, I think, is definitely going to be up there this week as well, because Alarak's damage, like, I guess his Vanguards won't do much, but like Alarak himself can soak more damage. He's not heroic anymore, though, so it might be a little spicy. But I think Alarak can still eat chicken nuggets this week. I think it might have been fixed, because before Alarak literally couldn't eat chicken nuggets, because chicken nuggets was also like a type, so that got removed. We'll see, because if Alarak can't eat chicken nuggets, then like he really needs Slayers to like hold the line at the front, and Slayers do a decent job at that. Not as good as Alarak himself, obviously, but you saw in the early game of like a second game that Slayers did perform pretty well still. Sure, they didn't have the bonus damage to armor, but they still have that bonus double damage on blink, so that's not gone. And Wrathwalkers, I think, are always going to be relevant because they just do 100 something damage to whatever they shoot at, and you can never say no to 100 damage to a single target. It's always going to be pretty good. Of course, unless you're facing swarms, then your Vanguards are going to be in need of some help. Kerrigan, I think, is actually going to be a force to be reckoned with this week, because Hydralisk are quite powerful, right? As we know, high DPS unit. Ultralisk, expensive, but no longer vulnerable to anti-armor, and they revive. So I feel like you put those two together, you get a pretty potent combo. And her Mutalisk are pretty strong if you go for the full bounce attack. Like, they just do full damage on bounce, and then they bounce on 6 targets. So it's going to be even stronger than the Abathur Mutalisk, I think, this week, because Abathur Mutalisk only do bonus damage against armored, but, you know, that doesn't exist anymore. So I feel like Kerrigan is someone who's going to be very strong this week. Don't sleep on it. Although raid bosses might mess you up, but we'll see. Ultras also can heal themselves. So, but don't buy her queens, because her queens only heal biological, and biological does not exist anymore. I think Abathur is also pretty strong this week because of his overall durability, his access to AoE in many, not in many forms, but like in a very powerful way from his Ravagers, and like he's got decent crowd control from his Vipers and a little bit of baby AoE from his Vipers. But overall, like, Abathur Air just gets stronger when it's typeless. And, well, it's typeless this week, so it's going to be pretty good. Abathur's queens still heal his stuff and heal allies, I think. So that's also very good. Not as strong as Rainer's, but still very good. You want to put them in the energy regen, I think, because they run out of energy faster than their cooldowns. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. Pretty good. So Artanis is up here in the A tier as a meme. It's just a meme. Potentially Artanis could be very good. So who Artanis be good against? People who can't buy Marines, basically. Artanis will completely smash anyone who cannot buy Marines or cannot buy a air unit that has so much armor his Phoenixes just cry. I feel like that's where you stand with Artanis this week. If you can't AoE down his Phoenixes, or you just can't like be more economical against his Phoenixes, then you lose. Potentially, because he can pick up everything you have. That being said, you can also be tankier than his Phoenixes, and then so his Phoenixes put you down again, and then now you're laughing. But I don't know. I think that's a harder option because he can always buy more Phoenixes. So Artanis has some big meme potential this week, so we'll see. In the B tier, we have commanders who are questionable. So Han and Horner's like units do a lot of specialized damage, at least on the ground. So I don't know how I feel about them not having that bonus. Like, the grenade cards are still very powerful against armored units, but there are no more armored units. So I don't know. And Han and Horner's air units are very powerful against armored air, and that doesn't exist anymore. So I'm not sure how well Han and Horner is going to do. But I don't think Han and Horner is going to do too bad. I don't know. You could just always go for Wraith Enjoyment and then like switch over to battle cruisers or something, because like there's no anti-air, like there's no anti-armor air anymore. So battle cruisers could potentially be like pretty strong. We'll see. I'm not too sure. So I don't have Han and Horn rated too high. But potentially Han and Horn could be good. I don't know. Manx is in the B tier because a lot of his rail guards do a lot of specialized things. Like Empress Shadows this week, I think, is just rip. She can't use anything. Oh, no, I think she could probably still use her EMP blast, but that's about it. Her pyrokinetic immolation thing only works on biological units, which don't exist anymore. Aegis Guard will still be all right. Shock divisions will still be okay, but like they just don't hit as hard anymore, and that's huge. Sky Furies basically don't exist anymore. They don't do any bonus damage, so you probably don't want to buy them. So you're really left with like your boys, your August Grad, your Black Hammer, and that's about it. I don't know. You could probably build a composition around Black Hammer, but you'll need some splash damage in there somewhere. But yeah, like I don't know. That's not a very strong composition, and like Warhounds no longer have that bonus damage either because there's no mechanical units anymore. So it's like I feel like Manx might take a really big hit this week. We'll see. LMG boys not to be discounted, but once AoE starts kicking in, then you know what happens to those guys. They just die. Nova's in the B tier because I think this week she has one glaring weakness, and that is how does she deal with an enemy air fleet? She cannot, because her Goliaths no longer disable enemy air. And so you're boned, basically, is the best way to put it. On the ground, I think Nova's still pretty strong. If it's still a ground battle, like her units are very hefty. You could probably still run a DFG comp, put in some Marauder Commandos for that initial contact, and it'll still be pretty good. You don't want to buy Ghosts this week because Ghosts have nothing to snipe because there's no biological targets anymore. But yeah, like I don't know. Nova could be very powerful on the ground, but once people start flying, that's a no-no. I don't think Nova's anti-air was completely balanced around her Goliaths, basically, and now that they can't stun air units, she's boned. So at best, Nova's B tier this week. Stukov is a little bit interesting because because you can spam a lot of Marines and stuff, but your bunkers are now typeless, but I feel like, I don't know, that's kind of actually a downgrade, because before your bunkers are pretty good because of like their massive status and their large health pool. But now without that, it's kind of a meme. I don't know. I just don't see what I can do with Stukov this week. Like Diamondbacks, sure, I can ground stuff, but like, I don't know. The Diamondbacks don't do bonus damage anymore, so it's like a little bit weaker. Alexander might be better, but you have to get to Alexander, and then basically you have to survive. Objective survive to Alexander. So a little bit curious on how Stukov is going to work this week, but I don't think Stukov is going to be entirely bad. I don't think he's going to be entirely bad, but also I don't think he's going to be super, super good. I can't see a strategy for Stukov right now. That's the only problem I have. I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about Stukov in the comment section. So in the C tier, we have some suspicious commanders. So Zagara's like hunter killers and her roaches have that heroic status, which help her out. But I think I'm mostly really concerned about like, okay, but how does Zagara scale into later game? Which I think she probably does an okay job at. It's just mostly like the Zagara difficulty of like getting to the point in the game where she's like strong. But if you get there, I think this week shouldn't be too bad. The raid bosses might take a chunk out of you though, if that wave does come around. So that could be a little bit bad. And yeah, I think, okay, so also Tychus is hundo. Big hundo C tier, boys, because I don't know, like, I guess if you know how to play Tychus, you could put him up a little higher. Like I mean, I don't know if you can actually put it higher than this, but yeah. You're just gonna get slapped around by everything that has CC. So yeah, I think that's about it, boys. And what do we have? Stetman here, I think, could be very powerful with the stack breaker, but Gary is vulnerable to CC. So it makes it not as great. I don't know, guys. It makes it not as great, but we'll see about that. Now, in the D tier, we have some real big Papagas. So we have Phoenix, who has a bunch of heroes who can now be CC'd. Big sad. Don't get me started about his scouts. His scouts are literally just worse Phoenixes against unarmored air. So if anything flies this week, Phoenix is going to fall over and die, I think. And most of your ground units are specialized against, well, armor types. You're boned in that sense. Maybe you could spam Legionaries and like try and get away with it. I don't know. AoE is still AoE though, so your Legionaries are still going to die to that. So maybe it's Disruptors. I don't know. So Phoenix, I don't really see a good exit strategy for Phoenix. Swan, Science Vessels no longer work for him. That's a big L. That being said, his Thors can now stun anything, but downside is you have to survive until you get a critical amount of Thors. I think that could work. Your units are in general slightly tankier because they're no longer considered armored, but it's not about how much damage you can take. It's about how much damage you can deal and take. And so if you can't deal much, then like it's not that great. So I don't know. Swan, gonna be a little struggle, I think. And then lastly in the D tier, we actually have Carax. Carax, I think, does not benefit from any of his like mechanical healing anymore. Carriers are literally useless. Please don't buy them because they can't heal each other or your wave, and so they're useless for their cost. And Mirages could be okay like Phoenixes from Artanis, but except they cost more, and so they only lift up one unit instead of two. So it's gonna be a little tough, I think. Like, I mean, against the right opponent, Mirage spam could be useful, but like if someone can just buy a bunch of Hydralisks and run you over, that's not a vibe. So you just lose, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating Carax, but I don't think his units heal from the heal beam that he has on his passive as well. And because Carax lacks like consistent AoE, yes, he's got that little like orbital blast now, but like I don't think that's going to be useful enough. And Carax's units are also yet again balanced around the armor statuses, right? So gonna be pretty tough for him. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. And until next time, I will see you guys later.
The tires! Let's light some fires!
Need a light. They picked the wrong fight.